Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Nelson, and today I'm going to give you a little bit of behind the scenes on how you learn as a dentist dental anatomy. So you might not think of it, but dentists really as a group of people are very artistic, and in order to get into dental school you have to demonstrate some ability as an artist. And in order to be a successful dentist and do beautiful work, you have to do artwork. Now, it happens to be in people's mouths and part of their smile, which makes it more challenging, more fun, and a little bit higher risk and also higher reward, because when you get to see someone smile and you get to feel that pride with them when they look in the mirror for the first time, it makes a huge, huge difference. So, how do you get from knowing nothing about dental anatomy to knowing lots about dental anatomy to being able to do beautiful work for patients? Well, for me, that journey started way back in 2006 when I started dental school, and actually before that, when I was in pre-dental classes at the University of California, Davis. So, what I did way back then is I would take wax blocks. I got these wax blocks and I actually would start to learn how to carve them. And it's just like really hard wax. And you would actually draw, using a dental anatomy book, a kind of a guide, you would measure and draw out on the wax where you'd want to create the tooth. And then you start actually carving out of this large block the smaller forms of the tooth. So you can see here, this is kind of a rough outline of the tooth, and it hasn't been carved this direction yet, but you kind of get the idea that the tooth form starts that way. So as you kind of get more refined at your carving skills, you will actually have something that looks a little bit more like a tooth, and this does generally look more like a tooth. Now, I should probably try recarving one of these sometime soon to see if I do any better, and I hope I would. But these are from before dental school. So, you know, we've got something that looks like a tooth, and I've got a few more of them, and they look more and more like a real tooth. I would say the crown of the tooth, so the part that sticks out of the gums, especially on this one, is gigantic. I mean, it's like a really, really big monster tooth relative to the root. So carving these teeth from wax is a really fun exercise to kind of game up your dental anatomy skills, and doing them physically with something in real life, not a drawing of it, but actually carving something physically, makes a big, big difference in helping you kind of learn these skills. At least it did for me. And one thing we did, we as in my dad and I and some of my dental school classmates, what we did is, while I was in dental school, so this was between 2006 and 2009, we actually went to UC Davis, and we took this concept of the wax block and we scaled it up a little bit in soap, and we actually carved teeth out of soap with the pre-dental students. So that kind of brought it full circle. We took the concept of the wax tooth that I learned in dental school, and we scaled it up to soap. So this is some yeah, it still smells. It's pretty fragrant. It's like a Dove for Men soap, and it's a big tooth. And this is pretty old. This is from 2000, probably 7 or so. But I still have it. It's saved in my box of dental school stuff. And one last thing I'll show you is actually from dental school. This is one, we only did one official carving in dental school. Our class was the last class to do these wax carvings in school at University of Pacific. I think nowadays they don't do it at all. So I only had to do one. The people before me had to do more than one, and some people had to do entire mouths. We did do other things in wax, which I'll show you in some other videos, but this one was our one and only carving from wax. And because I'd done some of these prior to dental school, I actually felt like I was pretty good at it, and I actually did this whole carving in a matter of like 2 or 3 hours, which a lot of dental students took like 7 or 8 days. Probably not, but like a long time, like 7 or 8 hours to carve their wax tooth. And I thought that I was doing awesome because I was like, you know, I carved this thing in like 2 or 3 hours. It's super shiny. It does look like a tooth. And I thought for sure I was going to get an amazing grade on this project. And I didn't do terrible on it, but I didn't do as well as I thought. I thought I was going to get like an A+ and everything. And I guess granted, I did it quickly enough that I was able to spend other time studying for other subjects, which was important for me. But I think it turned out pretty well. I'm actually pretty proud of it. But yeah, looking at it, like the shape of the crown is really wide relative to the roots. So that doesn't really happen. But you know, everybody's different. So kind of it depends is a good answer for dental anatomy. But yeah, this is not perfect, but I think it looks pretty cool. And it's fun to look at some of my work from, this one would have been from my first year in dental school, so 2006. So it's pretty fun to see some of my waxing or wax carvings, my one and only wax carving from dental school. And it's really fun to see, this one gets its own padded box. It's really fun to see these carvings from before dental school. It was a special time when I was discerning to become a dentist and just really excited about the whole journey ahead. And actually, I think what I'm going to do, to be fair, is maybe I'll keep these pre-dental school teeth with my dental school tooth. So anyways, that's all I got to show you for today. If you like what you see, I've got a lot of other videos on YouTube. And my name is Chris Nelson, and Monday through Thursday, I'm the dental director at Hill Country Clinic. And on Fridays, not every Friday, but most Fridays, I work at Nelson Family Dental with my dad. So anyways, have a great day, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.